Hello, and welcome to the second installment in this series of MESA tutorials. This time, we'll look at how to produce SE files, which are used in conjunction with the NuGrid suite of codes, in order to generate post-processed yields. We'll use the same inlist as in the first tutorial, which corresponds to a 15 solar mass star. Firstly, we need to install the correct version of MESA. The most recent version does not currently support production of the stellar evolution or SE outputs. We need to install version 10,398. Installing an older version of MESA is easy. Simply go to mesastar.org, click through on installing MESA, and then on the web page that opens, go to View All Versions, and then on this web page you can look for the correct version 10,398. Go to View, and then to Download. I won't download as I already have a copy. You'll also need the appropriate SDK version, which can again be found on the Installing MESA webpage. Click through to the MESA SDK website, scroll down here to download, and the older versions are supplied here. Click through, again, look for version 10,398. I'll require the Linux version, but there is a Mac and a Windows version also, and then download the appropriate version to you. Again, as I have a copy, I won't do that now. Once you've done that, come back here and we'll start to produce some SE files. Okay, so now that you have the correct version of MESA installed, we'll also need this module available on GitHub, which allows us to actually write the SE outputs. Follow this link, which we'll provide in the rubric below, go to code, and then download zip. Again, I already have a copy, so I won't be doing that. Let's hop over to a terminal. Make that a little bit bigger so that we can see this properly. There we are. And then what we're going to do is we're going to copy that file that we've just downloaded to our account on Viper, giving, of course, the path where we want it to go to. Then, after a short wait, it'll ask you for your password. And we've been successful there. Now I'm going to log on. I have an alias. And then we can see here, this is the zip folder that we've just copied over. So what we're going to do is unzip this, and then move into our new MESA H5 master folder. You can see there are a number of directories in here. We're going to move into SRC, and all of these files in here will need to be copied to the same SRC file in our run directory, which we'll do now. Copy, and then my run directory is under tutorial SRC. We'll copy them into there. Then we'll want to move up one directory into test, and we need to copy the HDF5 profile columns list into the actual run directory. So let's do that. HDF5 profile column list to there we go. Now let's move to our run directory. And there's one more file that we need that's in the test directory here, which is called the profile columns list. So we're going to copy from test the profile columns list. Sorry, we'll need the file, one last file from defaults. So we'll copy one up defaults profile column list, and we copy that to our working directory here. Now, if we look in the profile columns list, it's a list of the parameters that will be printed to the SE files, and there are a number of parameters in here that we'll have to uncomment as we need them for the post-processing step. These parameters are DM, this one here, the cell mass. We will also need radius, this one, temperature, under thermodynamics, log D mix, which is here, the mass, quite a lot, but none of these. Should already be uncommented, which is good. And row. Here, again in the thermodynamics. Now, if you follow the instructions on the GitHub page, you'll see that it also tells you that you need the parameter time steps, but that's already uncommented as a default, so you don't need to worry about that. So now that we've done all this, we can look in our run directory. Oh, I have some Slurm outputs, so I'm going to remove these just to keep things clean, and then I'm going to submit our job script. And after some time, we'll have our SE outputs. That wasn't everything. I have in fact forgotten the RMID, which is absolutely necessary for running with SE outputs. So let's try that again. Letting it set up. Seems to be running correctly this time. I think we'll call an end to the video there.